Welcome. Today I bring to you a story titled Jojo and the Storm. The rain had been falling for days. Big, heavy drops crashed against the windows, and the wind howled like a wolf. After dinner, Daniel sat by the window side, inside his small farmhouse looking outside.
Woo, it's been 3 days of rain, and it's not looking like this is stopping soon.
Dad, it's almost bedtime. Can we go to bed, please?
You are directing Ma,
said Daniel jokingly as he held her hand, and they both went to her bedroom together. As usual, Daniel will read a story from the book to Jojo while she listens, even though she most often sleeps off, depending on how interesting or boring the story is. Tonight, Jojo tried not to sleep off, and she was very happy when her dad said,
the end.
Good night, Dad.
Sweet dreams, my angel.
Just as he turned back to close the door, they heard a very loud bang. A huge tree outside their house fell, and water started to rush into their house.
Dad! Dad!
Daniel rushed to carry Jojo out of bed. We have to go, sweetheart. The water is rising. They ran outside in the pouring rain. The river had overflowed, and their farm was disappearing under the muddy water. Daniel's crops, his tools, everything he'd worked so hard for, were being washed away. By morning, the storm was over, but their home was ruined. The fields were covered in water, and nothing was left. Daniel sat on a fallen log, staring at the mess.
Oops. Lost everything in just a night. Every damn thing lost in one night.
Maybe not everything,
said Jojo, as she sat next to her dad with muddy hands. Daniel sighed. Jojo, look around. Our house is broken. Our farm is gone. What do we have left? Jojo thought for a moment. Then she reached into her little backpack and pulled out something small. A candle. Daniel raised an eyebrow.
A candle? You are joking.
It's tiny, right? But even the darkest night can't blow out its light.
Daniel blinked. He wanted to tell her that a candle wouldn't fix their farm or bring back their home. But instead, he just stared at the little flame as she lit it. It was small, but it flickered bravely. That night, they stayed in a shelter with other families who had lost their homes. Everyone looked tired and sad. The next morning, Jojo shook her dad awake. Let's go help. Help, Daniel said as he adjusted himself to sit up. Mr. Johnson's house is still standing, but it's full of mud, Jojo said. Mrs. Carter's roof blew off, and she needs help fixing it. Daniel sighed. Jojo, we need to fix our own house first. Jojo just smiled. But, Dad, remember the candle? A little light can still shine, even in the dark. Daniel looked around at the other families. They all seemed lost, just like him. But then he saw something. A little boy trying to help his grandmother gather clothes from a flood. A teenager passing out blankets to the smaller kids. Maybe Jojo was right. "All right," Daniel said, standing up. "Let's go help." Together, they walked through the muddy streets, helping wherever they could. Daniel fixed broken fences. Jojo carried supplies. Other people saw them working and joined in. Soon, the whole town was cleaning up, fixing roofs, and sharing food. Weeks passed, and things got better. The farm wasn't the same, but Daniel found a way to start again. People helped him just like he had helped them. One evening, as Daniel tucked Jojo into bed, he saw the little candle on the table. It had burned down, but he smiled. "Jojo," he whispered. "Yeah, Dad," she said sleepily. "You were right. Tough times don't last, but tough people do." Jojo yawned and smiled. "Told you." Outside, the stars twinkled in the night sky, just like tiny candles, shining no matter how dark it got. Remember, even when everything seems lost, we can find the strength to rebuild and move forward. Even the smallest light of hope can make a difference in dark times, just like Jojo's candle. Instead of focusing only on our own problems, helping others can bring strength and healing. When we come together to help one another, we can overcome even the biggest challenges. While Daniel sees only loss, Jojo sees what remains, showing that mindset plays a big role in how we face difficulties. Jojo inspires her father and, in turn, the whole town, proving that even one small act of kindness can create a ripple effect. Instead of sitting in despair, Daniel finds purpose through action, teaching us that doing something, even small, can lead to big changes. Which of these lessons stands out to you the most? Thank you for watching.